And welcome once again to the Mayor's Weekly Press Conference. I've got a co-host here with me here today, and we'll kind of talk about some of the things that our youth in the city are thinking about with having finished up their academic year and things happening in the summer. But before we do jump into that, I've got our weather reporter, Kyle Johansson, is on. And Kyle, if you would give us the 7-day forecast, and then we can talk a little bit about COVID-19 updates.
So tonight there is going to be showers, low of 65 degrees, chance of rain %. Tomorrow, it's going to be morning showers with a high of 85 degrees. Tomorrow night, it's going to be partly cloudy skies, low of 64 degrees. Friday, thunderstorms, high of 79 degrees. Friday night, thunderstorms early. Saturday, partly cloudy skies, high of 79 degrees. Saturday night, partly cloudy with mostly clear skies, low of 69 degrees. Sunday, mostly sunny skies, high of 70 degrees. Saturday night, mostly clear skies, low of 44. Monday, high of 68, partly cloudy skies, with a low of 46. Next Tuesday, partly sunny skies, high of 72, low of 59. The next Wednesday, high of 82 and low of 65, partly sunny skies.
Okay. And Kyle, COVID-19 updates.
So there are now 33,433 cases in the state of Ohio, 18 cases in Athens County in the United States. There are 1.7 million cases, more than 1,000 deaths. And there are now 5.7 million cases and 245,000 deaths.
Yeah. It's staggering numbers for sure, Kyle. And as Kyle has indicated, those numbers have increased in Athens County. I think that we knew all along that those numbers would start to rise as COVID-19 started to work its way into the more rural areas in the state. Certainly here in Athens County, we've been tracking it closely. A large number of testing going on at Oblenis Hospital and testing at Holzer Clinic as well here in Athens. So Kyle, thank you very much for joining us as usual, and look forward to having you joining us next week for the next installment. So thank you, Kyle.
You're welcome.
Some of the things I really want people to think about is the governor's plan of slowly reopening things across the state, which certainly affects us here in Athens, is to really be cognizant of wearing face covering when you're out in public, making sure that you're washing your hands or using sanitizer and maintaining social distancing, and again, not gathering in large groups. The restaurants were open last weekend to indoor dining, and the bars have reopened as well. Not all the bars have opened in the city of Athens, and a lot of the restaurants, the ones that I'm tracking, are certainly doing everything within their power to make sure that social distancing is being maintained and doing proper care in terms of being able to serve food and setting things up properly. So to that point, the city of Athens, the city council and my office, the city planner, Paul Logue, we are exploring some other options that could be available for expanded outdoor dining. And so there's more to come on that as we kind of look through all the options that are available and ways in which people could have an outdoor dining experience of some type. Again, a lot of work to be done in that area. As everyone is aware, we did make the decision to not open the city swimming pool this year. That is unfortunate, and we apologize that it had to be the case. When we saw the governor's order come down through the Ohio Department of Health and the restrictions placed on it to maintain proper distancing, the control of swimmers, number of swimmers in the pool, cleanliness throughout the pool, we realized really quick that it was going to be extremely challenging, especially when you have 6 different water features in our pool, to include the lap lane, the dive well, the leisure pool, the run-out slides, the tot pool, and the splash pad. Something like following those directives and doing the best you can to maintain safety in that environment was very difficult to achieve, and so therefore we made the decision to not open the pool this year. More to come on the community center in terms of the slow opening of the community center in the future. Still working through those details as we get that figured out. So more openings to come, and how the city plans for those and plans to manage them. So that is being worked on as well. I want to remind people that coming off of a 3-day weekend, that trash and recycling has been delayed a day. So tomorrow will be Wednesday's trash pickup, and then Friday will be picking up Thursday and Friday trash and recycling. So keep that in mind, that has all been rolled back one day, delayed one day. The other thing I want to talk about briefly is just reminding everybody how important it is to make sure that you fill out your census information. You can do it easily online. You can phone it in, or you can mail it in and be counted. It's critical that we get a good, thorough count, because for every undercount, every missed count, it translates to about $1,200 a year of revenue lost for our counts in the city of Athens. I'm going to be working really closely with Ohio University as well as other individuals to figure out how we best get the count for the off-campus student housing areas, and in particular, students who may have graduated, who would have applied for graduation in the beginning of May, both undergraduate and graduate students, so that we can make sure we are able to capture them in the count here in the city of Athens, as opposed to losing them as soon as they graduated and likely would be mailed their diplomas this year. So I'm really reaching out and expressing my hope that you do get enumerated if you haven't been counted so far. So please, it is important for the city of Athens and Athens County that we do get the best count that we possibly can. And I know these are trying times, believe me, but your count is vital. Other than that, I don't have a lot more in terms of things going on in the city to mention at this point in time. We will have more information coming out in coming weeks with other plans for reopening other parts of the city, arts, parks, and recreation, for sure. But I do have a guest with me, as I'd mentioned on the onset. I have Alana Leslie Patterson, who's here with me, my daughter, one of my 2. And we were just chatting earlier about things to talk about for people that are watching, and that is ways in which people can socially distance yet do some fun, creative things. So you just graduated, and now you're moving on to the 3rd grade, aren't you? Yeah. So school, a whole different school experience for a lot of our K through 12 students. And so it's exciting is it exciting to you to move on to the 3rd grade?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good news, wasn't it, to hear that you had successfully completed 2nd grade?
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that are fun, especially in hot weather? And our air conditioning had gone out a couple days ago, and thankfully is being fixed as we speak. But what are some of the things that you've been doing to cool off so far this summer?
We got kayaks and we've been doing that. We've been going to Stroud's Run and Baroque and
Lake Snowden, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So kayaking is an easy way to do fun recreational things and have a level of distance if you're with other people that we know out there on the lake, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Swimming, on the other hand, certainly going out to Dow Lake. I know that my wife and Adelia and Alana were both out there yesterday. Was there a lot of people there?
Yeah, there was. On the beach, there was a lot of people.
But how was it when it came to people keeping proper distance from each other and still enjoying the lake?
Well, I saw some groups of people together. It was about up to like 3 people. I saw, sadly, one group of 4 people all together. But otherwise, there was not that many people together.
And we've mentioned this before, and the last time that you were on, and we spend a fair amount of time in Camp Rattan, hiking around and taking walks. We take walks through our neighborhoods, the different neighborhoods. We'll pick a neighborhood and go for a long walk just to get out and get some fresh air and some exercise and kind of figure out how the new normal will work as we move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you don't know who your teacher is yet, do you, for 3rd grade, or do you?
I don't know yet.
No?
I think like a week before we actually go to 3rd grade, we'll know who our teacher is.
But you'll know soon.
And we'll know who's in our class.
That's right. So there you have it. Thank you, honey, for being on with me and kind of talking about some of the things that we've been doing. It's definitely a challenging, different time right now, and likely to be the new normal as we move forward, for sure. What I would like to do is, as we move forward, to kind of talk about, as people are starting to figure out how to do different camps throughout the summer and different summer activities in general, I will certainly bring those up on my press conference. So thank you for being on with me. It's great always having you as one of my co-hosts, and hopefully we'll have Adelia on, Alana's sister, next week for the